Hello everybody, James Banks here, and I'm at the Zowie Extreme Series UK qualifiers here with ProblemX, a man who needs no introduction whatsoever. He's come first place, bagging himself £500, a great Zowie monitor, and a spot at the EU finals that'll be held in a few months' time. Problem, thank you very much for giving me your time.
No worries, that's fine.
So obviously you got to be feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, and I'm really happy with the win today.
So we're here, you're kicking my ass because I'm literally terrible at this, and you told me to play Akuma. I'm still not playing Akuma, and you still beat me. Sometimes I can't even move. I'm literally feel like the controller doesn't work and he's just battering me. That's how good this man is. But what I wanted to get down with and understand today is kind of your journey, your story. So talk to me beginning with, how did you get into the fighting game community?
I started playing online on Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4. I was playing online just with your friends as you do.
Yep.
I was beating all of them, and then one of them was like, "Oh, you should go to a tournament." I didn't know where any of them were.
Oh, so you didn't even know about them? Oh, okay.
I didn't know where any of them were. And then there was one, I think it was called Super versus Battle, that came up, and I went to it. And I came 32nd, and I found out that I lost to Reinhardt. And I didn't know who that was at the time. I didn't know.
Completely unaware of how good. Yeah.
I didn't know who anyone was. So it was like, oh, you did well. You only lost to Ryan. So it's like, oh, okay. And then F Word was like, oh, we do a weekly. It was the Logan's Winner Stays On. Back when it was in gamer base, like the first time.
Oh, okay. So we're going way back.
Yeah, the first time. Yeah, and F Word invited me to that. I went there, and then from there, when I first went there, because I was a Call of Duty player originally. I used to play MLG Call of Duty. So when I went to gamer base, I got completely destroyed. So I was new to the game.
Learning curve.
Yeah. And then I was asking some players for, how can I get better at this game? People mixed their responses. Some people didn't have the time of day, as it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to practice the game. And I said I'm going to come back and beat everyone. I said, you're just lucky I come from another gaming background. But if I put my time into it, I'll come back and beat everyone.
Okay. So you were confident from that background?
Yeah, because I know that I don't play that. I'm good at studying games. I just didn't study that game.
So obviously playing Call of Duty and then going through Street Fighter, completely different. What made you make the change, and why did Street Fighter take precedence over Call of Duty?
Well, Call of Duty, I don't like relying on people.
You would be a one-man army.
Yeah, teams were just letting me down.
Yep.
Whether it was they didn't want to go to the LAN tournaments, whether it was I would be carrying the team, or backpacking as it was called. And then they were just bad. So I was like, okay, I might as well, instead of losing because of other people, I might as well do something where I'm only dependent on myself.
Yeah.
And Street Fighter was fun. My brothers used to play Third Strike back in the day. So I was like, let's give this a go. And yeah, that's how I got into it really. That was the starting point of me getting into Street Fighter.
So what made you want to take it to the next level, get to the stage right now? What was the bit that where did you get to where you were like, okay, this is serious business now? Obviously you were playing a competitive, you come from that kind of the MLG esports scene, but when did you make the decision, okay, this is for me now?
Well, when I finally started beating everyone at Winner Stays On, that was my original, I didn't even want to take the game any further, just out of, just to show people. I didn't like the response I received from some of the players. So
okay, so it was like a motivation thing, I'm going to do this now.
Just to beat them. But then after that, when I realized I was beating them, I was like, some of the people that I'm beating, they're doing really well in tournaments. So if I can beat these guys, consistently, it's not those one-off little victories, consistently. So it's like, okay, maybe I should go to these tournaments. And then when I went to them, I'd lose, but I'd come close, 4th or 3rd, and then I was like, okay. Let me keep going. I can't actually remember the first tournament I won.
You can't remember?
I cannot.
What was the first tournament you won then that you can remember?
I won Yorkshire Carnage.
Okay.
In Bradford.
And what kind of players there? Who did you beat that's maybe notable?
There was. Who was there? There was at the time Gigi was a Manchester City player.
Okay.
I had basically beaten all of their top players that wasn't from London. I think I was one of the few London attendees. The rest of the London attendees were from Marvel.
Oh, yep.
So I won that one. And then my biggest win after that, before anything else, was when I won what was called World Games Cup in Cannes, when it was called IBGC for that 1 year, 2014, I believe. I won that tournament. beating Dominion and Ryan in the grand finals and Ryan in the winners finals, and notable players were there. Shan was there, Luffy was there, everyone was there. It was a real...
It's a stacked tournament, yeah.
When that tournament, and that is when I was like, okay, like, now definitely, because everyone's telling me, oh, I'm good, I could win and I could do this and that. But when you win yourself, then you know. So that was like the first really, really big win. And then from there, I've won like things like hype spotting and captain for tour events and qualified for Captain Cup. 25th anniversary. Sorry, no, I missed one. When I qualified for 25th anniversary, when I beat Aliun in the grand final.
Okay.
And then when I went to the 25th anniversary, and I beat Justin Wong.
Very, very notable name.
Yeah, I eliminated him from there. But the time when I got, there was also Canada Cup 2011. That was my first international. And I eliminated Justin Wong from there as well. And I think I came like 20 something. But that was really good for me.
Yeah. So it was a big step up.
Yeah. So, and the 5v5, the Team World.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the Canada Cup. It was Ryan was the team captain, and he was scouting out 4 other players. So the fact that they asked me,
big achievement
from someone who, when I first went to like Winners Day Zone, I wasn't good at all, and then now I'm being asked to represent the continent in Canada Cup.
Yeah.
From then, that was when people saw potential in me. Then when I won tournaments after, that's when I saw more potential in myself.
So obviously you've put a lot of time into this. You obviously work really hard. What advice would you give to players in the UK or elsewhere that are looking to get involved in the fighting game community and want to be in this position, want to be the man picking up the first place prizes?
I would say you have to, first and foremost, you have to be honest with yourself when you believe it's going to be serious for you. Like, because being serious is like practicing a lot. It's studying frame data. Frame data is essential. I never used to be a frame data guy.
Okay.
You need frame data.
Yeah.
It's watching videos. It's, asking other players, how can I improve? I still ask that now.
Yeah.
Like when I go like abroad and I'm playing like Tokido, who's like, everyone knows who Tokido is. Like Japanese, really high level player on all fighting games. So I still see him asking people for advice. It's something that you have to.
There's a lot of knowledge sharing.
Yeah, and it's just putting the time in, accepting losses, not being scared to try things out, and I'm conveniently now. Recently, I've picked up the sponsorship of Mouse Sports.
Yeah.
But you just can't be waiting around for that. You need to. I advise people. I know it can be expensive to travel.
That's what you were doing off your own back, weren't you, for so long?
Get a basic job of any kind, retail job if it may be, whatnot, whatever it is you want to do, and just go for it, really.
So, obviously, you still have a full-time job and everything like that, but the Street Fighter scene is getting bigger and bigger. You've obviously got the sponsorship from Mouse Sports. Do you think it's getting close to the time where you can go full-time into this and really just put your all into it and make it your full-time job?
Well, there's people who play the same game as me who are already doing that, whether they're in the continent or not, but it's a start.
Yeah.
And I think it's coming here. Now it's getting a lot of, we have this competition from yourselves, things like E-League, which is a big step for the fighting game community on a whole. Capcom Cup. Prize pools are starting to sound more like your StarCraft, your Counter-Strike. I know it's still a fraction, but compared to what, back in the day, you never played tournaments for money.
Yeah,
you played
it was more for the fame,
rights,
wasn't it?
For bragging rights, yeah. But I think it's really getting to that stage now, and which is why, if you're going to put the time into it, you have to really. It's a risk, but if you're passionate about it and it's what you want to do, it can be a profession now. At least I'll say for players in Europe. Yeah. It can definitely be a profession now. There's lots of money around in Street Fighter 5. Not just Street Fighter 5, you're going to have things like Injustice coming out. It's going to have a ton of money in it. Mortal Kombat X had a ton of money in it.
Yep.
ESL tournaments. And
it's about being a well-rounded fighting game player then, isn't it?
Yeah, all focus on one. But what I'm saying is like, no matter what game you specialise in, opportunities are there.
Yeah.
In general. It's not just you don't just have to play Street Fighter.
Okay, so for you, where's the next step? Obviously, you've taken first place here. You've done really well across the board. Obviously, you were out in America for final round before as well. So, what's next for you? Where are you heading? What are your goals? What achievements you'll know?
Okay, well, my next tournament is Sonic Boom next week in Madrid, first CPT European event.
Brilliant.
I'm happy because from final round I've already got 40 global points on the board, so
And them points are so valuable.
Yes. I mean, to give you an example, coming fourth at Sonic Boom next week will get me 40 points. And it's obviously hard.
Shows how, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I've got that tournament. A week after that, I've got Paris, the premier event, Capcom Pro Tour in Paris. It's called Ultimate Fighting something. Week after that, depending on my results in Sonic Boom or Paris, I will either be attending Hype Swatting, most likely because I won it last year, so I need to retain the title.
Oh yes.
But then North Cal Regionals is on the same weekend, which is also a premier event, so it has more points than the...
Weighing up, yeah.
Also, the attending European events is important because I want to qualify for the European Regionals, which has a 30,000 prize pool, and it's only 8 players, and they're all European based. That is region locked this time.
Yeah.
So the fact that
feeling confident.
Yeah, because I'm quite dominant in Europe at the moment. If I got into that tournament, I like my chances to win it. So I need to qualify for that as well. The week after, I'll be back here. 22nd.
22nd.
Yes. The week after I'll be back here, and then the week after that, I think I'll be going to DreamHack Austin.
So you are going everywhere to go and try and get experience to play, to compete.
Yeah, I just need to get into Capcom. I want to get to Capcom Cup. $250,000.
It's got to be done.
Yeah. And
we need someone flying that flag for the UK as well.
Yeah, I got there last year, but I didn't do so well. But the game was good. It was first year of the game last year. So I didn't know if my tactics were strong enough. I had a weak character. It turns out I had like a bottom 5 character, which I didn't know.
Never good.
Yeah, but I'm feeling a lot more confident this year. I understand the game more. So if I can get back there, I hope to do the region a lot more proud.
Yep.
And I want to get the invitationals next year. Hopefully I'll be in E-League next year and all those other fancy invitational tournaments.
Well, thank you very much for your time. You've got a bright future ahead of you. You can tell you're smart in the game. You know what you're doing. ProblemX, guys, keep an eye out for him. He's going to be flying that flag for Europe and the UK.